Good day, people of YouTubes. Welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. As you can see, I've kind of messed up my leveling system a little bit, so one of these people will probably end up being kinda purged. Or at least let go and recloned. We'll work out the specifics of that later, because for now, I want to go on a legendary champion level adventure. And in order to make sure this goes as smoothly as possible, we have equipped the Snoopy and the Glyph Keeper, who are both level 6, and I've upgraded their equipment as far as it will go. I also took Little Debbie, and I'm taking a Slime Boy. I would have taken a Shadowhawk, but you know what? We need the Shadowhawk alive as much as possible. And I've already upgraded Slime Boy stuff anyway. So I will go and sell off some more trinkets because we need to more than anything else. I haven't used a solar crown in a while, so I'm actually happy to sell that, and that gets me enough to do embarkation stuffs. So we want to really have a mission in either the Warrens or the Ruins. We can't do it in the Wielder anyway, but we have already unlocked one boss for the Cove, so we don't need to go back there. And both of those are sort of gathering things anyway. That, though, isn't a bad thing to go for. The problem is we have to gather the relics, and it's not as if we're dropping them off. We have to actually gather the things. We can get ancestral relics here if we want to do the long missions, but I think we're still probably on the side of wanting to do things safely as much as possible. So I think we might be going with this. We have an abundance of busts at this stage, but we may have to go and look at what we can do with them after this one. So here's the team then. Little Debbie, the Glyph Keeper, the Snoopy, and the Slime Boy. I just realised I haven't actually upgraded the skills side of things, really. Well, let's not forget trinkets. That would be especially silly right now. So, Deathblow Resist. Really, that's not giving him an awful lot in terms of things. And he doesn't have a stun skill, does he? No, he does now. But I think it might be better to just go and grab that instead and just stick with the ability to do extra damage. The base stun chance is 1 to... actually, the stun could... No, okay. We'll change that round because actually stun could be really helpful here. Meanwhile, Man-at-Arms, Snoopy, has the Riposte, has the Bolster, has the Crush. I think we'll stick with... Actually, we don't really need that. I mean, the stun skill would be nice, but he doesn't actually have the Repart skill. So, because he's not that way built, I think the way we're going to do this one is we're going to give him the Crescendo box and possibly the Dodge Charm. Well, maybe that's... See, he's matching his abilities now, but obviously he'll be better in that row. Meanwhile, Slime Boy. No, that might be a better way around for this, actually. Okay, then moving on to our Mentor's Skull. There is a possibility we'll encounter Eldritch things, so that's fine. And I think we'll counter that up with the Suncloak for extra dodge. Meanwhile, back to you. Now, you, of course, are our massive healing improvement person. So we shall take the Sacred Scroll, and I think we will take the Junior's Head. So lowers your stun chance, which is a bit of annoying. Yeah, you're not going to be able to stun things as well as you once did, but we got Judgment as a replacement skill. I should probably actually unlock possibly Illumination for the debuffs. Just so we can actually get that sorted out on you. So anyway, that's our provision team. Round 2 against the Horrors. Of course, this is a camping adventure as well, so I should probably double up. I'm going to take the 4 stack of food just because I want to be sure. I shouldn't need a second stack of torches, but I'm going to take... I'll take as many as I can, but I don't think I'll need them. Okay, embark. The Warrens. If you live for risk and darkness, by all means bring few torches.
To prosecute our war against the swine,
90% of the rooms we have to explore, so given that we can skip one or two, I think it's probably best to backtrack, deal with these, and then head along. I think we can actually afford to miss 2. But let's not find that out now. We'll go back and do these at 2 anyway. Heirlooms. Good. Now there's a battle coming up, but we should be fine. We'll have the torchlight in favour when we get there. Large flesh eater and a swine thunderer.
mortality clarified.
Free crit.
Single strike.
And you are marked. Okay. Retribution strike. Dodged. Does still set up the riposte though. It's one of the nicer things about that ability. I'm still determined to kill you first. I know you're probably the threat, but we might be able to stun you. This is why we took all the stun bonuses. Finally, Judgment. Okay, if you can get a 12 stab again. Didn't. Could bellow. Lower dodge and speed, of course. But then I've got nobody else who can make the attack anyway, so...
As the fiend falls, a faint
Right, here we go. It's probably worth smiting rather than going for another stun, because he's unlikely to work a second time. Tentacle Devour. 19! Counters with 14, though. Okay. 12 back. This party has a lot of good healing in it. Alright, let's set up a Retribution strike again. Crit for 20.
and power.
We can pray. 6 and a 40% damage debuff. Which is quite hefty. Stun, but I think we could probably have killed him there. And I suppose we still can. We're almost certainly going to be faster than him later, so I think it's worth healing right now. Yeah. I figured that was probably a safe bet. I could even probably vulnerability hex him to death, but it's not guaranteed, so sacrificial stab it is. Only a 73% chance to hit, I noticed.
Persuade the sharpened blade.
Still, not a bad start. We got with the first thing, and we seem okay. That's the only reason I might want to use your stun ability, actually, just to get some light bonuses going on. And I'm not going to take the risk at this stage. Okay, pack contains loot, torch, and more money. Okay. Accusation. Okay, vomit free. They've got a low stun percentage at the back, so I might actually go for the light effect there. Crit hurts. And we're off. So one of them hasn't made a move yet, so we'll take the stun. We'll take the advantage of stunning him here. Abyssal Artillery. 6 and 8. Could bellow to lower speed and dodge chance, and that might not actually be a bad plan here. Much as I'd like to set the riposte up. Nah, it'd have to be that. 4 to 9, 7 to 15. I've got an outside chance of killing you. So I had to go on the outside chance, didn't work out. Round 2. Abyssal Artillery. We'll get one of them.
Give them no quarter.
And unfortunately, with him in the back row, it's very difficult for me to do things. However, we have Retribution up, so that's something. Accusation. You accuse, I hit you for 9. And you're actually getting a bit high on that, aren't you? Inspirational cry, please. Meanwhile, Judgment at the back for death.
Destroy.
Yet another hook where it hurts. Resists, and time for some healing, I think. Right, riposte is still up, so let's go for a crush.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Quite happy to remove your dodge bonuses. Smite for 14. Could have stunned, I suppose, but it's not really going to threaten me on the damage front, just on the stress front. Right, meanwhile, I think it's time for a party heal. It's probably time for one more if we can manage it. Another vulnerability hex. Set up the retribution again. I'm going to stun him if I can here, but I imagine he might have a turn. Oh no. Forget that.
Unbalanced.
But somebody needs some stress heals.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Nope, there definitely was a victory. A slightly worrying one, really, but still, we're making progress still. So we explored 2 rooms. Let's head back. We'll be much happier once we have the armor as well. Plus 20% stress damage until camp. When did he get that a bit? Oh, for God's sake. They got massive stacking effects now. Alright, no wonder he was taking so much stress bloody damage. Alright. There's an encounter at the end as well. Okay, what have we got against this then? Could eat up, just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. That's about as much as I... For 1 hit point, it's not going to make too much difference, I guess. Insatiable Ghoul, we have surprised them. And 2 Flesh Eaters. Okay, Retribution Strike up. We want to kill these off, really. We'd like to stun you, actually, but... There we go. 1 down.
The enemy crumbles.
They got really high stun resistance. It's unlikely to work, so... Let's just judge this one and get rid of him. Howl, which will get a counterattack. Or should have gained a counterattack. Oh, that's not nice at all. I think you might be at stress point. Yeah, you are nearly at stress point. Alright, 8. Even though it's got a low chance of working, it kind of feels like this is the move. He was quicker than us, wasn't he? And Inspiring Cry, because we need to get you some stress heals. Okay. Reset up Retribution. Oh, Howl is undodgeable, and something took a disease there. Focused! Oh, good.
A moment of clarity.
Victory is assured through these tactics! Okay, so I think he's actually fine from any stress issues at this stage, and there we go. Right. Judgment. He's not actually damaging us, and I'm wondering if that's because of the back row. Now that brings him forward into range of everybody. Judge feel guilty. He does have a dodge score. Let's actually put the vulnerability hex on him just to be on the safe side. Debuff, Howl. Yeah, he's just not attacking us, which in many ways is fine, but... Dazzling Light. Might as well up the light score while we're at this. Crush for 13. Inspiration and light. Heed my stratagem and you will crush them. Oh dear God, this is amazing. Okay. Do I want a retribution here? The thing is, he's now in the front row. He might actually have attacks. I should probably have crushed him to death, though. Stab, dodged. Ren, there we go. He's in range at last. 11. And that's some bleed. So much blood. Smite the Unholy.
Champion falls.
And we definitely want to keep that Sapphire around.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
So we're nearly back to the start. And really, we've got a lot of this dungeon still to go. Alright. Okay, we know we're going to suffer from that. This is the Moonshine Barrel. It is potent, and you have a 30% damage until camp. Oh. That was one I knew about. Now, I don't think his stress will actually go above 100, but I don't know that for sure. I've never been in a position to test it, I guess. So down to the next light level as we enter here. Okay, vomit away. 4 crits.
Reeling, about to break.
Well, we have the extra damage, which is always nice. Hooker, it hurts. That's Snoopy. Dodged. Okay, time for a counter attack then. Actually, first thing though, we'll go and do a party heal. You haven't actually gone yet, so because you haven't gone, I'll stun you. Okay. Put up a retribution strike on you. Abyssal artillery at the back. 9 crits. Okay, round 2. They are very quick in this area. I don't know whether we're just a slow party or... Another artillery. 4 and 7. We're actually not going to kill either of them. Smite the drums. Ball and chain for 6. And let's move them. That's not the end of the world, actually, because obviously those two can both more or less work where they are.
Ears.
Ow.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Divine Grace there. He is at 100, and nothing happened. We'll see if he goes beyond that in a moment. Let's get rid of you. Here's the thing, we can do a lot of damage, clearly. We're hitting consistently in the 20s. Have you picked up a second disease, or do you have one anyway? I thought I noticed somebody did a couple of encounters ago, but... And if they did, they might have resisted it. That might have been what I saw. Anyway. Crush time. Okay, plus 30% damage until camp. I think we will go for another stun attack here. Let's move you back here. Just reset the board a little. One at the back, and then we'll start you healing people. I think we got a real problem with stress coming up. And unfortunately, that's not going to help it. Neither is that. That might help. At least it'll prevent us from taking any more. It means I've got... Oh, fuck. Alright, debuffs are now suddenly massively important. Butcher Cat. He's going to have to put the riposte back on, I think. Come on. There we go, 16. When we hit, we can do the damage, but getting hit is becoming a problem. Because it's stress that's going to do us in right now. Yeah, retribution back up. Corpses are gone. Almost on you. 1 counter 14, which is very near death, and that will be. Oh, that was long. Okay.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We might be okay to get rid of our food at this point. We have some money coming in. I don't need to worry about any of that. So let's clear up the dining table, which will almost certainly give us more food. Alright, we'll go with that. And we'll go with that. Alright, get a scout report. Okay, there's nothing this way. There's even an extra torch for us, though.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
110, 100, 110. Okay. Since you need the stress relief more than anybody else at the moment. Here we go. Right. There's a lot of this still to go. How are we doing? We got 5 rooms explored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 14. You have to ignore that. Hunger strikes, but that's not a problem. Certainly manageable. If I can get into the next room and then camp. No, actually, I'll do it on the way back. Okay, we can use our holy water on that, and that will give us a positive trait, I believe, or at least something. So, free reign. 22 crush. Smite the flesh eater to death. The idea of going judgment there was obviously I've got abyssal artillery and I might have managed a double kill. As it turns out, that was quite a good round. The crit hurts for 10 though. And they fled to the back row. Point for 0. Okay, a buff on you. I've got high dodge skill, so I'm actually getting a bellow. Probably one of my more underused skills, but if I can get rid of some dodge and speed on them, that sounds like a good way. And we got more disease to worry about. And then I've got that to worry about too. Unfortunately, with your bleed resistance down, I can't really cure you with you. Clear the corpses away. Get you into range. Heal you back for 14. Alright, stab time. There we go. So I think accuracy bonuses are going to be prized soon, at least in terms of what relics I have and things. Let's go for another bellow, just lower your dodge rate even further. Your stun resistance actually is terrible. This could actually work on you. Didn't, but still, torchlight. That's the other reason I'm doing this. 9. Stab for 5. And a crush.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We're getting a lot of stuff in, but giving up things is really awkward to do. I'm not going to give up the bandages because, as I said, we might have some use for them. Let's close that. I even got rid of the holy water a while back, so I can't even use this safely. Warren's Explorer, which you may have already had, actually. So we'll get a scout. So there's a treasure room up there. Then we've got 2 blank rooms this way. Okay, you have the 110 trap disarm, but of course, better for us to get the stress relief on you. So if I do the treasure room up there, head back, then camp, we'd probably be in best shape.
Finding the stuff is
And the only reason I'm doing it in that order
now it must be carried
is on the off chance that something ambushes us on the way back. Which I've seen happen enough in this game that I want to be at least prepared for it if it happens. Oh, for God's sake, no! Just no. I don't have the torches to spare anyway. Hunger strikes again, but we've got plenty of food in reserve. And the good news about that is at least I'll be able to go in and yeah, I'll be able to go in and actually use up eat more food and restore more healing. We might even have some plague heals, actually, oddly. Right, bellows to start with. Some good general damage and some dodge penalties dotted around. The drums.
Such a
Crit free.
assault cannot be left unanswered.
And you're marked. And here comes the munchies. Pistol artillery, 6 and 7. So unfortunately, nothing here is eldritch. Boom. Truth prevails. Judgment 11 and self-heal. Which, if nothing else, has a double chance of critting effectively, or at least 2 rolls of the dice for it. Right, you haven't gone yet, let's kill you. And again, similar reasoning.
Obliterated.
15. And... go for the stun. Okay. Accuracy and crit boost. I'm going to try something here. Nah, it didn't work out. Still, it's going on you, so...
To a killing blow.
bit of stress. This hasn't actually worked out. You can see what I was sort of trying to do. The plan was go and restore some of that, but didn't work out really. Judgment it is then. Okay, so we have some surgical gloves.
Push on to the task's end.
Actually, probably worth more than 2 food. I don't think we need any more money. I'm gonna camp. Do I want to camp here first and try it, or do I want to move back? I want to move back. Nothing appeared there, which is good. Just gonna stare at you and move on. And no ambush on the way through here as well. So, given things, and given that we only really need to do a few more of these rooms, pretty much 4, I think we want to camp now.
A moment of respite. A chance to steal
Gonna heal as much stress as possible.
horrors.
Okay. So, I'm going to go for the Zealous Speech, which is one of the nicest things in this on his little thing there. I can even remove the mortality buffs as well with that. So, beyond this, weapons practice. Oh, it's only a 75% chance of that. That leaves me with 3 points. I'd like something to prevent the ambush, really. Yeah, we'll go with that. You don't suffer any stress from these events. Awesome. And no nighttime ambush, which might just be a bit ridiculous at this level.
Right. The promise of safety.
Okay, on we go. Okay, Insatiable Ghoul and some Flesh Eaters. Let's get this done. So, let's start by dealing with these. That's actually done a lot better than I thought so. I didn't think that would go quite that well. Alright, go for the stun, which he dodged. I don't have any bonuses against marked targets, really, on this party, do I? Still, I can lower his dodge rate. Skull Toss. 9. And 14 stress, but we should be fine here. You're taking less stress now. And you've just got the accuracy and crit. Accuracy and crit buff. It is accuracy and crit buff. Right. Let's set up the Retribution Strike, since he now is attacking. Stab. 85. And a Howl. Apparently that was dodged by most people. Stun. And while I know it has basically no chance with our own debuffs, might as well go with that. Stab. Okay. Crush 21 crit. With 18 left, let's go for a smite. 11. Fortunately, we lost that 30% damage boost, which is kind of messed us up a little bit. Oh, missed by 1. Okay. Any attack, for as long as it hits. That'll do.
Perhaps the turning point. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying.
There's one obstacle coming up we know about, so I can't really afford to replace that. I'm tempted to get rid of the torches, but I know what will happen if I do, so we're going to have to give up 800 gold there. We have bandages still, don't we? We do.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Okay. We have 36 of them, and while we can't now swap them... Alright, get rid of the keys. I'd have got rid of the shovels, but I do see we have an obstacle coming up, so we might as well avoid that particular hit.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Okay, sack is empty. We move on. And we're down to half light. I don't know if it's just me, but it does seem as if we're burning through the torches faster.
In Radiance,
Oh boy, I think we only need 2 of these, so hopefully we'll get a scout report in a moment.
mechanical hazards.
511 stress, and you resisted bleed. Gain torch. Burn a torch and enter.
The path is clear. We require only the
Okay, we do get a
strength
scout
to
across. We
follow
can
it.
choose which way to go here. And clearly it's this way. Oh, my God, Light and Dark, I heard this liquid has some kick. God darn it, Slime Boy, you're an alcoholic, aren't you? Come on then. Oh, you resisted it, thankfully. What's your chance here? 110. 110, 110, 110. Yeah, we looked at this earlier. That's why you're doing everything. There we go. We shall return to the hamlet because we have too much treasure.
The twisting tunnels seem a little less.
A team of hardened veterans. So we now have a full team of level 6s. And hopefully that will help me get the others up to that level quite slowly, because dear God, can't afford to rush it at this point. So we gained about 13,000 gold. Gained 3 diseases, unfortunately. Kleptomaniac, Warren's Probe, and Bad Humors. That was 20% hit point reduction, wasn't it?
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice.
Well, the good news is we've just upgraded the medical cells. So we've got that, and that means I can put all 3 of them into this now. Where are we? You. Cure it. You. Cure it. And you. 20% max HP drop is just inexcusable at this point. Doesn't mean, though, we can't really do another level 6 adventure until they're back. So I think we're going to have to leave that alone for the time being. Still, progress has been made. Advancement has been done. We need a lot of deeds, though. Okay, we have a couple of level 2. We have a level 2 antiquarian now. If it wasn't for the fact that I know we're gonna... What are your native traits like? I don't know the fact they got a full set of them. Jest is always quite fun. Slice off, harvest. There's more sort of the bleeding one of this. And they don't always have 4 and 4. Only most of the time. Well, we need armor smithing 4 up anyway, so the best bet for me really is to just get this sorted out. Because if I obviously can have level 3 adventurers, then suddenly whichever one of the people's left here just has to wait until I get a full set of them. And then we can do Temps in the Dark, the sequel, I think, with higher level people. Anyway, that's stuff I'll have to work out for the next time. We have moved halfway through the Warrens towards the first boss there. The swine prince god thing, whatever he is. So, I think next time we might even do the ruins here and just get a set of these leveled up. Oh, actually... Oh no, because I'd still have to miss one. No, I had a fort there, because obviously they've all got 6. I thought for some reason I could use a long adventure and do things out that way. I might do a long adventure, actually, because other than Connor, they're all pretty much set up to the fort defense as well, so... And the party composition isn't too bad, actually, looking at this. We got you, and you. Obviously can't do it just yet, because I've just had a look at things here, so I'm going to have to try and... Oh, for God's sake. Alright, I might have to just put Ronald into the thing here, looking at this. Because unfortunately you need stress relief. Which I might have noticed I'd have done sooner. Technically Spine Licker does as well, but... Bah. Bah, I say... Could have raided the bar and just... Yeah, actually, that's not a bad thing at this stage.
Strong drink, a game of chance.
We sorted the bar out, so it's now maximum efficiency and cheapness. That seems like a reasonable play for me at this point. Yeah, since we upgraded the sanatorium there, one more for the treatment ward, and then that's done as well. The Abbey. I know I'm distracting myself here, just bear with. Could lower the treatment cost of these as well, or at least one of them. But I think it's fine. I like specializing on the top rows for the moment, and everything else we can kind of wait on. Alright, so there's a bit of a long rambling end to this, but next time I think we are sending in this team. Possibly on a long adventure, possibly on their final adventure if one of them dies, which might actually solve me some problems. At the very least then I could do Temps in the Dark properly, with whatever level 1 and 2 people we have going for us this time. But that's until then. So until then.